If you love the content here on my channel, please consider checking out my Patreon, link in the description. For $1 a month, you can support the channel and get exclusive videos as well, like Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, The Sims, and so much more to come. $1 helps out the channel so much and allows me to create new videos for you. Hello, lords, ladies, princes, and princesses, and welcome back to Zombie Virus Outbreak. We are getting closer to the end of Season 1. I think we have 2 more episodes. This is 18? 17? 18? 18? I think it's 18. So, Sophie did age up between episode, but I think we had so many birthdays that it just was not... It was not necessary to show her birthday as well. We did 7 birthdays last episode. 7. So, if I had noticed that Sophie was so close, I would have aged her up too, but I didn't. So that was my fault, but, she's done. She's an adult. She had her birthday. We had a grand old time. We clapped. No one ate any cake because we wouldn't really have cakes now in the zombie apocalypse, but they're really the only way to age them up is with the cake, unless I want to trust the game to age them up with trigger age up, which doesn't always work. Boy. So, what are we doing today? Well, Hunter has noticed something different overnight. He's been up here kind of poking around, and at nighttime you couldn't see it, but during the day, you can see it. It's something that has come on shore within the last 24 hours. Yeah, the cats aren't happy. I'm done. I'm done dealing with them. They drive me crazy. I think I've locked them in here. Did I lock them in here? And they're all like, I'm gonna die. And if you're kind of wondering, like, where the steps went, Gigi tried to fix them because they were doing some weird things with them, and then she couldn't put them back. So we have no steps anymore. Whoops. I wanted to do like a fence around the steps and everything and try to keep the animals off the front porch because they were creating traffic jams when like we have 8 cats and a whole bunch of dogs and stuff up there, like a fence and everything around. It was going to be perfect. Couldn't put the fence in because the ground was, I guess, sloped. So I thought, I'll take the stairs out, I'll level the ground, and now I can't put the steps back. So we have no steps. This house just gets better and better and better. I've tried everything. I've tried putting in like a little bit of foundation, not foundation, but like the what's it called? It's like the thin wooden step up things. Didn't work. So it didn't work. Nothing I can do about it. Oh well. I'll just teleport people in the house. I don't really care. So Hunter has been up here and he's been kind of, excuse me, goodness gracious, never drink seltzer before you start recording. He's trying to get a good look at whatever this is. But as you can see, like the trees block and everything, and he can't really see too much beyond a little bit of metal. Yeah, it's bright, isn't it? A little bit of metal, and he's not really sure what he sees. So he has asked Maya to come up here and take a look. He's going to talk to her because Maya is basically like, nobody leaves the lot. Nobody leaves the lot. It's too dangerous. We have everything we need here. We're fine. And Hunter's like, this looks interesting. This looks neat. I should totally try and get out there and look at it. So I have rolled off screen, and I do random rolling. If you don't know, for this series, I do random generation rolling, and I rolled that he's totally 100% safe to go and come back. The safe option is usually the one that is the most probable. So in case you guys are like wondering why they roll safe, it's the most probable. I think it says 50 or 60% chance at being safe, so of course you're gonna roll safe more often than anything else. So Hunter is going to stop, and he is going to talk to Maya because he wants her to say it's okay to leave, because he doesn't want to go and look at it and come back to an angry wife. He really wants her to say, yes, fine, go look at it. He wants to know if she wants to come along too, because this could be something really good for the family. He can't really tell what it is. I mean, you can look at it, you can see it. Don't know what it is. You can't really see too good beyond the trees. You can see the metal. He actually saw the reflection of the metal, of the sun on the metal, and that's how he noticed. So for them, he really wants to talk to Maya, see what she says about going out, and go out and see what that is. Because that could be something like, what if it has food on it? What if it has supplies on it? What if they can use something off of it? You know, I can't really tell what it is, but it looks big, and it looks like it's something that they should investigate. Now, also, things have gotten rather quiet around here. And you're like, quiet? Yeah. I've not seen any cars. Neither have they. They have not seen cars. They've not even seen, like, the ice cream truck or anything. Like, we'll talk about that in a minute, but that's kind of concerning that there's, like, no one hanging around. Little bit scary. So Hunter is going to be talking to Maya about going out. I mean, she has reservations. You know, something bad always happens every time they go out. Like, Hunter has gotten sick before where we had to have a certain item to cure him. So she's very apprehensive at him leaving. They just don't like leaving this lot because, well, I mean, you go out into the world and you're exposed to the virus gas or whatever. It's already leached into the soil. We can see a little better from here, but I still can't really tell what it is that far off. It's leached into the soil, it's leached into the water, and we don't know about lasting effects. We don't know about lasting effects with food in the ground. You know, we do grow food and we eat it. So what happens when it rains? What happens when it rains? Does that stuff come and leach out of the ground? We really don't know anything right now. This is just months, if not a couple years after infection, and so we really don't know at this point if it can be cured, if it can be, you know, if there's an immunity for it, if it comes out of the ground in the food, is it still so deadly? We really don't know. I've also given everybody, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last episode, I've given everybody makeovers because I couldn't tell anyone apart. It was difficult, especially all 4 cats looked identical. Yeah, that didn't work too well. But I'm going to teleport Hunter out here to the road, and he's going to run across and try to figure out what the heck that is. So let's see if I can find a place where I can send him. I don't want to visit the lot. I just want to, like, go up to it. Can we do that? Can we go there? Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but everything is, like, completely silent. There's no boats on the water. There's no people. Now, you guys know that there were a lot of people hanging out around our house. There's no people. There's no boats. There's no taxis. There's no cars. That's concerning, is it not? Because there's nothing going on here. Like, there's nothing. Well, there's the ice cream, but that's always there. There's no people anymore. There's no people, right? This is an empty house. This is an empty house. Like, where have all the people gone? Where have all the people gone? Because there used to be people everywhere. Like, everywhere. Empty house. Let's go over to this one. Empty house. So I would say that something has gone on in the last couple days. And I highly doubt, or maybe a week. I highly doubt that it was the army coming in and saving everybody. I think maybe we've seen the amount of time it takes for people to get sick and to disappear. So, yeah, there's no people, there's no taxis, there's no cars, there's no nothing, no boats. Yeah, all these houses are empty. So I think we're finally seeing that people have gotten sick and they're either in their house or they've passed on, and this is a little concerning. I mean, our house is like the farthest away you can pretty much be from the blast zone of where the hospital melted down and the original outbreak of the virus happened. But there's really no one around us. I will say that there's really no houses or anything around us, so we really don't know if, or maybe our neighbors are safe. So there's really a lot that we don't know right now. Everybody has disappeared, which I'm thinking you probably can figure out that most people have succumbed to the illness and have died. And what does that mean for us? Like, what does it mean for us that there's no one here? We're alive, we're sort of safe, but are we just lucky that we haven't gotten sick yet? Are we gonna start getting sick? Like, we don't know anything. Honestly, we don't. Like, how big of a dosage did we get of the virus being this far away from the hospital? Like, there's nothing we know. I mean, our kids are growing up. They're fine. They're healthy. They're not exhibiting symptoms or any kind of illness. So that's kind of something that's happened in the last couple days, maybe a week. We started noticing that there were less and less people around, and then now there's no one. I don't know. Maybe there was a rescue ship that we didn't notice. It's a barge. Okay, so it's a barge with I thought there were 2 floating containers, but it looks like there's 4 floating containers here. So it's a barge. Very interesting. Can you come here a little bit closer, Hunter? I'd actually like him to get on the barge, if that's even possible. Just to see if it's it doesn't look like it's sinking. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna sink. It looks pretty stable. It doesn't look like it's fully loaded. Yeah, we can't even see into the containers to see what's in them. It doesn't look fully loaded because it's not sinking. I think if it was heavier, it'd be sinking lower in the water. So it looks like it's empty. That's just from my uneducated guesses. When things on the water are loaded, they're heavier, so this would be sitting lower. So yeah, can you get on it, Hunter? There's not much you can see. You can probably try to look in the window if that's possible. I don't really see anything. Yeah, you can't see anything. There's nothing. You wouldn't be able to see anything through the vents anyways, because I believe those are they're like steam vents or heat vents or something to make sure breeze goes through. It's probably for produce or something where it needs air and stuff. Yeah, or maybe it was live animals transported and they needed air. I don't know. This is very weird because this wasn't here like a day or so ago. So this actually washed up within the last day or so, and it's kind of like a gift. It's a big old gift of some empty containers. I don't know what Hunter's going to do with it. His brain is a whirring right now. He's thinking, empty containers, what could I do with them? Where could we go from here? Because you can't move them. Obviously, they are far too big to move off this barge. But the barge is floating. It doesn't seem to be like it's going to be sinking. So maybe they could use it for something. Hunter's going to have to think about this. He's going to have to sit down and he's going to have to think about what they could do with this floating barge, because it's not really got anything they can use, like empty boxes. Sure, empty containers, great. There's really not much else here but a barge with some empty containers, but you never know. Sometimes people think of interesting things to do with stuff like this. I mean, it would be great if we could move them, because then they could be like a shelter on our lot where we could, hide in. But we can't move them. That's the problem. We can't move them. We can't see inside, so we really don't know if there's anything in them. I don't think there is. It just doesn't look like there's anything in them. They're not really sitting heavy. As the boat rocks, like the barge rocks, you're not hearing stuff like moving around, so I'm guessing they're empty. So, it's a gift. It's a gift from the sea, but it's not really a gift because we really can't do much with that barge. Yeah, sure, there's 4 empty containers, but they're too heavy to move. We can't move the barge closer to the house because it's not gonna work. Does the barge even move? That's the question. The stuff that controls the barge could be short-circuited, and it's gonna just sit there. So, we're not really sure what we're gonna do with the barge yet, are we, Hunter? He's like, it's an interesting thing. We need to figure out how to get into it, because they're pretty much closed right now, and probably locked. So Hunter has got to figure out how to get in them, first and foremost, because you can't just, drill through them or anything like that. I mean, number one, there's no electricity, so there's no power to drill through them. And you don't want to ruin the integrity of the shipping containers. What happens if you cut through the wall? Does the one on top collapse into the one below that you cut through? I'm sure that might happen. If you damage the integrity of the shipping containers, they'll just collapse. And then what have you gotten out of it if you just are that silly? So Hunter has to have a good think. He's probably going to sit down with Maya and have a nice old think and see what they can do about this, because this is a gift. It's an opportunity, but it's not really in a form they can use. I'm sure they would have loved it more if it was just an empty barge and they could have, built on it or something, but it's got empty containers on it. and a whole bunch of boxes and things they don't need. So you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, but that gift horse is not necessarily the greatest. So I think we're going to leave it here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye! Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. Most people don't make it this far. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you're looking for more, try the suggested videos on screen. I also have a Patreon where $1 a month gets you exclusive content. I have 2 other channels as well, but they're works in progress right now. Again, thanks for watching. If you watched ads, thanks even more for that. Because of you and my patrons, I can keep doing what I love. Bye for now.